Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. This will be a test drive video of this gorgeous 2000 Toyota Celica GTS with 6-speed manual transmission. We do have an in-depth walk-around video of this vehicle on our website in the description portion of the ad as well, so be sure you take a look at that, where we do demonstrate all the ins and outs of the vehicle, demonstrate all of the features, and let you know how everything works. I'll also give you more information about the ownership portion of the video. We'll be doing a quick walk around here and then just hopping in the vehicle, and without further ado, giving you a first-hand experience, or maybe second-hand experience, first-hand if you look at it through our eyes, on how this vehicle drives and performs. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, we have 179,435 miles. Back in the year 2000, when this vehicle was first offered for sale, I actually worked at a Toyota dealership in the Bay Area, and I recall how these were so highly sought after, and we had customers lined up for the GTS model, specifically with the manual transmission. Hard to find 40 horsepower more on the GTS model versus just the GT, and with the manual transmission, again, this vehicle just comes to life. If the camera is a little bit shaky, folks, I do apologize. I do have a handheld camera, and this is a manual transmission, so between the steering wheel, the camera, and the gear shifter, something's got to give, but I am doing my best. First and foremost, what I experienced from sitting inside the vehicle, being 6'2" and 220 pounds, is I don't feel cramped inside this vehicle at all. The seat does go back quite far enough for me, and I don't feel like claustrophobic inside this vehicle at all. Tons of interior space despite its smaller exterior. Rear occupancy space is going to be definitely limited. That back seat back there is really just there for decorations. It's not very functional unless you're 4 foot tall. The gear shifts come on pretty quick. The gearing in this vehicle is geared towards performance, not so much towards comfort. So you do find yourself shifting gears a little bit more rapidly than maybe a Honda Civic or an economy style manual transmission vehicle, but you do have 6 gears, so even so on the highway, you're still going to find your gearing is comfortable and your engine's not screaming at you. But just for the sake of example, I am in 5th gear currently, going 45 miles per hour, and I am at 2,500 RPM. Once I shift into 6th gear at 50 miles per hour at 2,300 RPM, going up to 60 miles per hour, I'm about 2,700 RPM. So again, comfortable gearing, but you still have plenty of torque available at your disposal, even at 60 miles per hour and in overdrive, which in this case would be 6th gear. Downshifting to 3rd gear at about 15 miles per hour. Starting out, vehicle seems to have no struggle or no problem at all with that. The vehicle is confident and goes through the twists and turns and invokes confidence in the driver. Very comfortable ride, very sporty ride, and not very loud at all. It's actually surprising the amount of sound dampening that's available in this vehicle. This next stretch of road that we're going to be making a right-hand turn on is actually famous for having lots of rough surfaces and uneven pavement and potholes. This next stretch of road really puts the suspension through its paces. And as we accelerate here, it feels very smooth. The vehicle tracks straight. The clutch is very soft, and it doesn't tire out your left leg. It's not very, it doesn't take a lot of pressure to engage. The clutch engages really soon, which is great. It shows the health of the clutch. Almost immediately after you lift it off of the floor, you feel the clutch engage and the vehicle start to propel itself forward. Lots of fun. I've had this thing on the freeway. I've had it up to 100 miles per hour. I've cruised with the cruise control. I've gone up the foothills with this, past Placerville and into Camino. Great drive. I've put probably over 150 miles behind the wheel of this vehicle, and it is a ton of fun to drive. If I was looking for this style of vehicle, this would definitely be one I would highly consider. Toyota Celicas since the 70s and 80s and into the 90s and early 2000s, have been one of the best-selling Toyota models and famous for their sportiness, low cost of ownership, comfortable ride, and reliability. This one is no exception to that rule. This vehicle offers all of that, and in this last generation Celica, with this top-of-the-line GTS model, you are getting it all. On this portion or stretch of road, we will be doing a pull, getting up to 60 miles per hour, starting off at a stop at 0 miles per hour and going up this hill. We're going to allow ourselves to have a little bit of space so we can get up to 60, but we'll go ahead and get started. Here we go. At 60 miles per hour before you know it. Probably would have done it a little bit faster if we weren't going up a hill and if I didn't have the air conditioning on. I actually felt the vehicle kicked back about 5 horsepower every time that AC compressor engaged. So if you are trying to do a fast pull, keeping that AC off will get you a little bit of a quicker time. But very impressive. 180 horsepower in this unit, and it shows very little weight, so the weight to power is quite sufficient on this particular vehicle, and lots of fun to drive. Nothing like 3 pedals on the floor. That got the blood flowing. We can go ahead and easily start out in second gear at just a crawl, and the vehicle just accelerates quickly, so shows no sign of hesitation or struggling whatsoever, and just performs beautifully. Pleasure to drive around town, pleasure to drive on the freeway, and I truly believe that these will become collector items. Just like the Mazda Miatas, who would have thought? They are becoming quite valuable. However, what I find these days, folks, is anything with a manual transmission these days are becoming highly sought after, whether it be a Corolla, a Civic, or any old ordinary car. Just put 3 pedals on the floor, and just due to the lack of availability of manual transmission cars in the market, they are going to be definitely highly sought after. Folks, if you've enjoyed this video, please do consider giving us a thumbs up and also subscribing to our channel. It'll greatly help us out. If you do end up subscribing, make sure you hit the bell notification icon so that you can be notified of all of our future videos. We place all of our vehicles on YouTube first before we advertise them anywhere else. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, or know someone that's in the market for a vehicle, or you're just a car enthusiast and would like to see informational videos on all kinds of different vehicles, please do subscribe and you'll be notified of all of our videos as they become available. I do want to thank you for taking your time and donating your valuable time to us and joining us throughout the entirety of this video. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to drop us a note in the comment section and we'll get back to you as soon as we see them. You can also call us directly here at the lot at any time at area code 916-765-7575, or you could reach us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website, which is www.directautooutlet.com. Again, I'd like to thank you for taking your time and joining us throughout the entirety of this video. We certainly hope to see and interact with each and every one of you in the near future. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.